Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I'm talking about the belly buster tonight. Yeah, belly buster, yeah. So, belly buster, this sounds fun, this sounds fantastic. I totally want to do that, right? You're going to learn all about it right now. Best tips to accomplish this, what it's for, why it's for, when to use it, when not to use it, right? So first off, you'll see I put this in a bright color here and put a bubble around it. Biggest thing about doing something like this, just like with any other tactic, this is not going to be as efficient if it's used alone. So for example, if you're doing nothing else to improve your health, to improve your results, right? To get stronger, more energy, sleep better, your gut is all wonky, and you're like, no, I'm going to ignore that I'm sleeping terribly. I don't care that I have hot flashes all the time. I'm eating horribly, and I have such bad, heartburn or whatever. Julie, you colored your hair. I didn't color my hair. I'm a hermit, and I haven't gotten outside. It's just darker because I haven't gotten outside. I washed it yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, this is not to be not meant to be used by itself. This is not a magic fix-all, because when I start talking about it, you're going to get really excited and you'll be like, holy crap, I want to do this. Holy crap, I got to add this thing in, which is so great, and it does work, and it does amazing things for your body and system. But, this is a big but, I'm such a dork. This is not going to be the end-all, be-all, whatever. This works best when it is really used in tandem with other things. So for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, I have been eating really good, I've been working out, I have made progress, but I seem to be stuck at a plateau. I'm not sure what's happening. I didn't change anything, and well, maybe I did go out and have a few drinks on a weekend. That shouldn't throw everything off that bad, right? Why am I still not making progress, right? Why is this thing not happening for me still? What's going on, right? What's happening? That's a time where using the belly buster will work wonderfully. When you've already been doing healthy things, like you're eating well, you're exercising, you have some type of fitness routine. Again, you don't need to go crazy pants with it. You're taking some good supplements for your health if you need them. You're already on this path, right? I get messages sometimes from people where they're like, I saw this thing and I tried it and it didn't work at all. What the heck? And I'm like, well, with the laundry list of things that you say you have going on, we got to put out the big fires first, before we start adding in stuff like this, right? So this is when we look at your health, your results, everything, one of the biggest things that I always like to come back to, and I say a lot of, is your health is cumulative. Your health is cumulative. All of these things matter. If you have a more complicated health history, adding in something like this, it might not work as well for you until your body gets to a certain place, right? It's dependent on each person. So, and it does take a certain amount of foundation of health to build up before you can really make progress in certain areas. If your energy is crap, if you're not sleeping well, if you just feel like garbage, if you can't get out of bed in the morning because you don't have any energy and your gut is bloated every day, yikes, those are the things to fix first. Get your body functioning better, get yourself feeling better, and then adding in something like this, then this seems like, oh, sent from the heavens, sunshine and rainbows everywhere. And it really is, once your system is going, right? So many people try and add in something fancy like that. So I'm doing like a really big disclaimer at the beginning of this. But so many of us try to add in something like this, thinking it's going to get me there, it's going to be the end-all be-all. And it is good, it is great, but only when your system's ready for it. Only when it's ready for it. So if you are somebody who's like, oh my gosh, that's me. I am a hot mess, right? Like everybody's starting at the starting line. And off they go to the races, and I'm not going anywhere. What the heck? It's like you're in this hole. You got to get yourself out of the hole that you've dug, and then you're off to the races with stuff like this. So if you're like, yes, that's me. Oh my gosh, how do I work on this? Here is a link in the comments to learn more about working in a one-on-one program with me. You can check that out there. But so many times we get frustrated because we'll try stuff like this and think, dang it, it didn't work. Did I do it wrong? What's wrong with me? Blah, blah, blah. You're just not at the right starting place yet. You have to get yourself out of the hole and get there. Once you're there, whole different ball game. Now, how long does that take? It's different for everybody, right? Again, because your health is cumulative. All these things matter. Okay. End rant. Monica, I'm a hot mess. Yes, right? And once you get those things taken care of and you're on the right path, oh my gosh, it's just so different. Everything starts to work for you. Everything starts to click for you. Everything starts to shift and change, right? I get so excited when I hear from women that I work with that, yes, I'm like, my hot flashes, I only had one this week. I'm like, that is amazing. And they're like, well, my pant size didn't change. And I'm like, I know, but the hot flashes, that's incredible. It makes a difference. It really does. Okay, so Belly Buster. Again, really great for breaking a plateau. Really great for helping improve your sleep. If you're finding you have a hard time getting to sleep, staying asleep, all that stuff, this can help you sleep deeper, right? It's really fantastic. And if you are under a lot of stress right now, right? If you are going through a stressful time, a trauma experience, a trauma, recurrence of some kind, I want to say. Tanya's saying your energy is infectious. Thanks, Tanya. The word infectious, right? Hopefully it's like a virus. Is it too soon? That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, but if everybody had good energy, the world would be a better place. Everybody should do the Belly Buster. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's really easy. I'll talk about it more now. But helping your stress response. So if you are stressed out from the COVID, from the virus, from the things, all that stuff, right? Okay, Naomi's laughing. It's not too soon. Thanks. But, all these things happening, right? Yikes. Your system needs more protein, needs more things to help it get through the stressful time. It really, really does. It really, really does. So this is a great place if you're like, gosh, I just feel so worn out. Ugh, got all this stress. I kind of feel junky, like achy, like, I don't have any oomph, right? Here we go. Adding this in can help with that. Yes, it's great for literally getting you a flatter belly, all that stuff. How does that work? Why does that work? The scientific reason behind this is really about getting your system more protein at night so that you actually repair muscle tissue better while you're sleeping. Growth hormone is most active in your body while you're sleeping. Again, provided you're getting good sleep. If you're not getting good sleep, listen earlier in the video where I talk about that and click the link then in the comments. But if you're sleeping well between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., that's when growth hormone is the most active, which allows you to repair, rebuild your muscle tissue most efficiently and effectively, actually increasing your metabolism then the next day. And for women, fat burning is a very different thing in our bodies. We don't get to burn fat all day like men do. So any little thing that we can do to turn that dial up, we're going to take. And it makes a difference. It does make a difference. Now, is this something you do every night all the time? No. Right? There's certain periods of time that you add this in, layer this into what you're doing to help advance some of your results, to help you get past a really stressful week. Yep. To break a plateau. Yep. To help you sleep better. Absolutely. So how do you do this? What is this? I just have 2 things listed here. Yep, I do. Because that's it. About 20 grams of protein. 20 plus, because that's the protein muscle synthesis level, right? You need at least 20 grams to rebuild muscle tissue. I always do that in a video. I always touch my arm. This is where it goes. It goes everywhere. But here too. And then some fiber. So you break it down, right? So easy thing to do is straight protein. So oftentimes I talk about protein, fat, carb, getting a protein powder with protein, fat, carb. That's for during the day. That's for protein pacing. See my video yesterday for that. But if you're not doing that, then just getting straight protein in here. You don't need the carb piece. You don't need lots of fats here. Proteins and then some fiber. Get some greens in there, something like that. Perfect, right? Spinach, whatever it is, powdered greens, I don't care. There you go. Protein, greens, about 30 minutes before you go to bed. Again, provided you're going to bed at a reasonable-ish time. Okay, I'm old. I have kids. Reasonable, 9:30 is reasonable for me. But again, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., that's when you want to be sleeping and having this magic happen in your body. There you go. Can you use something besides protein powder? Totally! You can turkey slices, egg whites, and greens. Yup. Yeah. You know, again, you want to keep it to something that's just straight protein, right? Peanut butter, there's some carb and more healthy fats in there with it. So is that the best option? Meh. Sometimes I make a cookie dough though. I use a little bit of peanut butter, and then I'll use my protein. I use a different protein for this than what I use during the day. Yep. And then I'll add in a little fiber to that and make this cookie dough. It looks like a weird paste thing. Oh my God, it's so good. So, so, so good. Cookie dough before going to bed. I sleep amazing. And then it helps your recovery at night. So you wake up feeling different, and and that's the way it's called belly buster, because it's like you feel like your belly is getting flatter as you keep doing this. You're like, am I crazy? Is this really happening? It is. It's very, very cool. Again, this cool thing that gets to happen in our systems, and it's the reason why women get so excited about this when it's implemented at the right time, is that it's one of those things that you can do where you're like, oh my God, it's working. I can see and feel that it's working and doing its thing. And there are so many things that don't feel like that for us, right? So many things. Tanya. Tuna lettuce boat. Yes, Tanya. Yes. Small piece of banana added to a protein shake, too many carbs. If you're doing like a little sliver, so what I like to do with banana is I will slice them and put them in the freezer, and then add like a little slice or 2 slices to the shake, just for flavor, a little texture. But you're adding that flavor, but that's not too much. No, I'm not worried about that, right? Does it have to be a different protein than during the day? Monica, good question. Okay, so let me preface this protein here by talking about my type of protein. The protein I use during the day has protein, fat, and carb in it. At night, it's really mostly just protein and like a tiny bit of fat and a tiny bit of carb. I wrote them so tiny. Right there. But mostly, so if my protein here is 24 and this is 20 grams and this is 6 here for protein, fat, carb, right? This is going to be at least 20 and then like 1 and then like 2 for fat and carb. Just tiny. Hopefully you guys can read that. But yes, so it works best if you're not getting a larger amount of carb at night. See, this is good for the day. For the day, you want your carb and proteins being matched. Energy, bioavailability, all that good stuff. At night, again, this is just specific for night with that fiber to break it down. Otherwise, you're going to get protein farts in bed. And then if you're married, they're locked in. But otherwise, yes. Yeah, that's a good question, though. What can I take for hot flashes right before bed and while I'm eating? Okay, that is a really good question. Except it's really hard to say what you should take for hot flashes, because hot flashes kind of have 2 pathways to happen in the body. And if you take one thing, it can be helpful or really harmful. Same thing with the other thing. Take the other thing, like DIM is a really common thing women take, and it can be like the most wonderful thing for you, or it can be the exact opposite and make things worse. So unless I know more about you, it's hard for me to just say, oh, you should take this, because supplements just kind of don't work like that for women. So I do have more information on hot flashes on my YouTube channel, which is Dr. Beth Westy. Otherwise, you can reach out to me if you've got a question, or I've got a link there in the comments for you. Yeah. Should I limit my carbs to barely nothing to lose fat? Short answer, Francis, is no. Short answer, no. If you want me to do a video on carbs next, I can. Let me know. Let me know, you guys. If you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, yes, talk about carbs and fat loss. I need to know about that. Let me know if you want. I've got more resources for you there. I've done podcasts on this. My podcast is called The Female Health Solution. So we've got podcast 2 if you're a podcast type person. But again, if you ever want me to cover a topic or subject, let me know. I will do it totally. So if carbs and fat loss is the next topic, let me know. My trainer had me add a snack of rice cake with almond butter and sliced bananas. Yeah, okay, Lucy. Good. That is a great snack for the day. Daytime snack. Nighttime for belly buster, we're really just looking for these 2 things for what it's going to activate in your system. If you're getting carb at night, that's actually going to boost your energy, which can interrupt how well your body can wind down and sleep. Again, we tell our system what to do. You communicate with your body with the food that you eat and when and how you eat, right? When you eat certain foods is really, really important. So if you're getting carbs too late at night, it can activate your system and your brain too much because your brain runs off of carbs. So we don't want to say, oh, good morning, hi, it's 10 p.m., hello. You know, that's why the protein and fiber piece is very calming for the brain too. Duncan's asking specific brand or type for each. I mean, I don't understand the question. Are you talking about protein? Let me know if you're talking about protein. I can do a whole video on just protein types too, because in terms of this, again, I talk about protein powders, but again, if you are a whole food person, you can do that. If you are a vegan person, you can use vegan proteins. That is totally fine. This is not, you know, special to just this one thing. There's a ton of ways, more than one way to skin a cat. I've never skinned a cat. So there's that. That would be lovely. Okay, maybe it's the carb video. Carbs, yes. My husband thinks I need to not eat anything of carbs to lose weight. Ah, yes, Francis. Husbands sometimes think that. The no carb thing works really well for men, but the female body and the way our endocrine system works, it's very, very different unless you have a very specific condition, right? Not everybody is the same, so it's really hard to group everybody in the same. Women oftentimes get grouped in with that. I'll do a separate video on carbs and things like that. Otherwise, I'm going to get off on a tangent and distract from this. Coming off keto and destroyed your hormones. Yeah, Marjorie, we should have a conversation because that's a whole thing. Okay, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. We'll talk about carbs, we'll talk about hormones, and we'll talk about the keto piece of it, especially for women. Do I limit certain foods per week, like doing eggs every day or rotating nuts and seeds? I do. So good question. So foods that I rotate during the week. So I have a book called The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon. I talk about rotating your foods, warming and cooling for your estrogen and progesterone. And if you're in perimenopause or menopause, I also have a book for menopause. But I also talk about rotating your foods for that too. It's a metabolism tactic, shifting what you're eating. And then I also talk about seed cycling. So I can do another video on seed cycling too. I feel like there's a lot of topics streaming off of this one. Yes. Okay. I'm not sure if I missed comments. I will go back and look at them if I missed, because there's some that are just popping up. Yeah, but I'll go back through. I'll make sure I'll do videos, the rest of this week on what you guys are looking for and any other questions that you guys have. But again, belly buster, this is a fantastic technique. It really, really is wonderful. And when you're doing it, you should be seeing, if it's working for you, you should be noticing, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for a week or two. Holy cow, boom, it up-leveled me. Definitely up a level. Do you keep it all the time? No, typically no. It can be different for different people. But it really helps break a plateau. It can help improve sleep, help improve your stress response. This is not exclusive, by the way. There are more things here, but this is oftentimes why people do it. Super easy, protein, fiber, you're just looking at that. Again, that's different for what I recommend versus the day. Biggest thing though, do not use this alone. Do not use this as an isolated tactic. If you're not eating well, if you're getting artificial sweeteners in that are disrupting your gut microbiome, all these other things, again, no. What this is really wonderful for is for the gal that's, I'm eating well, I'm exercising, and all these other things. I feel like I need another push. I need something else. What is it? Here. It's fantastic. I also recommend this at a certain point in your hormonal cycle too, to really take advantage of a little more fat burning for women. So, okay, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if you have any questions. We talked about a lot of stuff. I feel like I went on a little bit of a rant, and I did talk about skinning a cat, which I've never done, which is so silly. Okay, all right, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know your questions. Let me know if you'd like me to cover other topics as well. I am more than open to covering topics on whatever you guys need for info to help you out. My mission is to educate women more on, your health, your hormones, and nutrition pieces that you could take advantage of so you start to function better, feel better, and then are able to keep your results. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you later.